100 for 100 podcast where I take 100 movies for all you new movie watchers out there that you need to check out at least once during your illustrious film watching career. These are the 100 that'll give you the bedrock of your movie watching civilization. I ranked them from 100 to 1 just to make sure I give Film Twitter the fuel it needs to come after me. And each one of them gets a 100-word review. That's how you get the title for the show, 100 for 100. And each one gets a podcast released once a day for the first 100 days of the year, assuming the world still exists at this point. Yesterday, we talked about Casablanca, a Michael Curtis classic, a Humphrey Bogart classic, an Ingrid Bergman classic. We're sticking in the world of classics today. We're going with 1954's Rear Window, directed by Hitchcock over there, directed by good old Alfred Hitchcock. Let's get into this 100-word review. A pulse-pounding murder mystery of a film, The Rear Window showcases Jimmy Stewart and Grace Kelly with their talents on full display as injured photographer L.B. Jeffries witnesses what he thinks may be the murder of a fellow apartment tenant. Twists and turns abound as Jeffries' associates slowly transition from humorous doubt to tentative agreement to full-blown assistance in solving the case. The relationship between Jeffries and Carol Fremont is subtly weaved in as events progress. Stewart was never more charming, Kelly more radiant, with Hitchcock crafting a beautifully layered film that shows Jeffries fully grow and mature. This is my number one favorite Alfred Hitchcock film. I know a lot of people go to Psycho. Rebecca, I do believe that's a Hitchcock joint. For me, no. Actually, I think they're remaking Rebecca now. Can't remember who with, but I think they're remaking it right now. God help them. But they better not ever remake The Rear Window. This and Vertigo. Whew, couldn't pull it for a second. This and Vertigo, man. Those are some of my go-tos. Jimmy Stewart in this is effortless. He's one of those dudes that, especially in this film just made acting seem so easy and natural that he seems like he's not even putting any effort into it. And that's the mark of a person who's great at whatever their craft is. When it looks like they just make it easy, make you think, hey, I can do that. No, you can't. That's how you know that they have mastered what it is that they do. And Grace Kelly is no slouch either. That socialite Carol Fremont, and the fact that you can tell they both love each other very much, but their worlds are just two different worlds. She's very, like I said, socialite. She's very in the know. She's a person who knows what's going on, got her finger on the pulse of things, whereas he's just very more, I want to do my job. I'm a middle class guy just working for what I got. So how do they make that relationship work, right? There's two different worlds. I think Hitchcock's direction in this is chef's kiss. The opening pan across Jeffrey's apartment tells you everything you need to know about him before you get to his foot in the cast. You see all the various objects in the room. You see his camera sitting somewhere at some point. You see all the pictures that all the photographs he snapped. I think the very last photograph you see is the flaming car coming towards the camera, and then after that you see his foot in the cast, which lets you know, oh, he probably took all these photos. That was probably the last one he took. And that's what got him in this cast. So it's everything. The first couple minutes, everything you need to know about this character going into this film. The hottest summer on record is what's happening in this movie. So everybody's got their shutters and their shades and their balcony doors open. So we just kind of playing the voyeur role and eyeballing everybody and seeing what their lives are like. And you see the different lives of the different tenants across the courtyard, I guess it is, from them. You got the lonely girl and you got the couple arguing and bickering. You got the older couple who let the dog down to go do their dog business down the little basket with the rope there. And the guy trying to make the music and all that good stuff, man. They all have their own stories, and he cuts back to them often enough where he has Jeffrey spy on them enough that their stories also progress in the background as the actual real story is going on. And then it all wraps up so neatly in the end. I think Raymond Burr is the bad guy, the one who actually does it. So yeah, he's creeping on these people's lives with his telephoto lens and whatnot. But had he not been doing that, he would not have known that something foul was afoot. So you gotta you got to take it either way. I really love this movie specifically for Stewart and Kelly and their performances and Hitchcock's direction. And the story is just dope too. Ending is a little bit hokey, when Burr's trying to get to him. I think it's Burr. I think that's Raymond Burr. And don't hold me to that. Trying to get to him and he keeps shining the flash in his eyes. I mean, that's maybe back in 1954 that works, but not so much in 2020. But it is what it is. This is another one of those black and white films. Don't be scared of it. If you're young, don't think it's whack just because it's got no color to it. This movie is amazing. The dialogue is amazing. Everything about this film is wonderful. So check out number 12 on the list, Rear Window.